How many people are trying to build an SEO agency? 1, 2.
Trying.
You better. Raise your hand. So at least 2. It's not a part of our slide. Give away all the interior secret now. What type of strategies are you using right now to build clientele?
Define what you mean by that question.
What plan do you have to expand your business? Do you have a set structure or guidelines to grow your business, or you have activities that are
Networking.
networking? How often?
Too much.
Too much?
Yeah. Joining groups, become part of those groups, and then eventually doing one-on-ones and going from there. Right?
Okay. Real quickly, I want to talk about the Law of 5. It's a law that will change your life if you can figure out the Law of 5 for you. The concept is if you have a tree in the backyard and you have an axe and you go in your backyard and start swinging at the tree with the axe, what's going to happen? The tree's going to fall. Now, the Law of 5 states that if you go in the backyard and swing 5 times at that tree every day, at some point that tree's going to fall down. So the issue is not someday going in the backyard and swinging at the tree. It's every day. And the emphasis is on every day. And when I mean every day, I mean every day. In internet marketing, you need the Law of 5. It does not have to be time consuming, but every day you have to continue to push, because if not, that tree will not fall. And if it's a big tree, it may take 2 years, 3 years. If it's a small tree, it may take a week, 2 months. We don't know. But every day, you're going in the backyard and cutting that tree down. The issue is we have to find out what the Law of 5 is. We need to find out those 5 things that you have to do every day. And for each person, it will be different. Because I'm working on mine right now. I have about 4 of them done. I don't have my 5th one. I can't figure it out yet. I don't know what that looks like yet. And it may take me a year. But my goal is to find something that I have to do every day to develop myself and to push myself even further. And for me, it's every day I read. Every day I ask questions. Every day I think. And then I'm working on 2 other ones that I'm not 100% sure that for every day I need to do or not do. And that's the thing that I do. But every day I read. Every day I ask questions, and every day I think. And this is designated time. Every day I designate time to do this. This morning I had to run down to the store. You know what I was doing on the way to the store?
Driving.
Driving. I was thinking and I was listening to an audiobook. Every day you need to do this, because we often overestimate what can be done in one day, underestimate what can be done in several days. And you'll find yourself doing that. It's amazing how you look at the Golden Gate Bridge, you look at the biggest bridge or the highest bridge in the world, isn't that in France? That single bridge is absolutely gorgeous. Single sway bridge. Was said it couldn't be done. It's over a mile high, I believe. Or is it?
Well,
Not mile high, but over a mile span.
2 kilometers.
Yeah.
Two and more than 2 kilometers.
So it's over a mile span, I forget how many hundreds of feet it's up in the air. It's a beautiful picture. And they said it couldn't be done. But over many days, they accomplished it. If you think of the Great Wall in China, it wasn't because they went out in one day, built the Great Wall of China. Every day, they go out and build this. And what we have to realize is we have to every day do something. And you're going to have to figure out what that is in your market. It may be every day I make 5 phone calls. We talk about networking. Networking is very difficult to do effectively. I don't care about networking. I care about contacts. I want people that I can call and connect with right away. Because networking is going to an event with other people that are trying to network. And it's worthless. They have the exact same goal you do. I want to go there and get business. No, you're going to go network event and not do anything. I want to create networking where I'm connecting. So your Law of 5, I may make 5 new appointments every day. Or I make 5 phone calls. Or I do this. Or on a website optimizer, it may be I'm going to optimize 5 pages every day. I'm going to write 1 piece of new content every day. So your Law of 5 may be differently, but over many days it happens. And it builds out and keeps going. In building a marketing business, there's a lot of different focus points on this. You should be able to make $10,000 a month without very much work. It's there. That's less than 10 clients, you know, and pushing it hard. It's there. You know, just walk around. I'm going to give you how I started out. And if you want, well, how many people want to be successful with an SEO firm? I will tell you exactly what you can do in the next 30 days to hit this goal. No joke. If you do it every day. First thing, I'm going to go the way I did it in the past. It wasn't the most effective way, and the way I'm doing it right now. I've learned a lot. First thing that I did is I mapped out my target client. So this would have been, okay, real estate agents, lawyers, dentists, whatever ones are spending the most in the yellow pages, those are your targets. So go get the yellow pages, find out the ones that are not in the first page of Google, and put it in there. So what I did, I built an entire spreadsheet of dentists in my area. Entire spreadsheet. Addresses, there was phone numbers, addresses, their URL to their website if they have one or they did not have one. Google Places listing if they have one, if they did not have one. Was it optimized, yes or no? Did they have good or bad reviews? And I built out a spreadsheet. I did not want to talk to the ones that are on the first page of Google. I don't want to talk to someone that's already successful. I want to talk to the people that are on the second page of Google. Ultimately, I want to talk to someone that's on the second page of Google that's spending about $5,000 a month in Yellow Pages ads. Because they know the Yellow Pages are not working, they just don't know how to do internet marketing. Typically, the conversation can be, I see you have a full page ad in Yellow Pages. It's going to cost you $2,000 or $3,000 a month to do that. How's it working for you? They're going to say, not well. How would you like to transfer that budget into online marketing and immediately we can make a deal? Because you run a $500 per month pay-per-click campaign and they're going to get more leads than you did in the Yellow Pages. So you pocket $1,500 and start launching their local. And you're done. So I built out a dentist. And you can do this for any target market. Don't spend too much time doing this. I'm a little crazy with spreadsheets. So I sat down one day and did all the dentists in my 30-mile radius.
Why'd you pick dentists?
There's big industries that are the best. Dentist, lawyer, real estate agent are usually the biggest money spenders. Because now you got bankruptcy attorneys, you got, I don't know, my brain's not working right now. It's after lunch.
How was your home services, net home services?
HVAC, they're misers.
Okay.
You want people that are spending $3,000 to $5,000 a month in advertising already. And people know that if you're a dentist in your market, you're going to be spending $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Might as well pay you. Now, dentists are very annoying to deal with. They're a perfectionist, and they will bug you like crazy. But that's $3,000 to $5,000. You're just getting started. I'm not saying perfection here. I'm just saying getting started, get off the ground. So I built this entire out. Name of the business, address of business. Do they have a website? Yes or no? Is the business ranked on the first page? What that ranking number was? Google Local, Google Plus. Do they have a page? Do they not? Good, bad reviews. If they have bad reviews, put that in here. How many reviews they had, and I listed it out. Anybody that was on the first page, I put in red. Everybody it was on the second page, I put in green, and then I tried to map it up with the Yellow Pages. So now what I did is I printed out a 2-page flyer, basically. And I don't know if I have this with me or not, but it was basically on the first page was pictures of Google, Yelp, Ask, whatever it was. And I had it on there at the bottom, so it was basically my brand, Google, Yelp, Ask, all this. And at the bottom it says there are over, I think there was 780 some Muncie residents looking for a dentist every month. How many of these people call you? That was the front of my flyer. And then the second page was a brief form, and I did this by hand. I had a form that I would go in by hand, and I would letter it, okay, grade of website, B, A, B, C, D, or F. You know, whatever it was, I guess it would be E, A, B, C, D, or F. And I'd go in there and say, grade of website, F, reason, duplicate content, you know, whatever that was. I would spend 2 minutes going through that and just ready. Google Local, claimed, yes, no. Reviews, good, positive, bad, you know, whatever that was. I'd have like 5 questions that I would go through in hand. Now you might be able to print it out properly, but it worked for me. On there, and at the bottom was free 1-hour consultation. So I would walk in the office and say, is the owner available? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just need 2 minutes. Is the owner available? I just want to talk to him real quick. Is he available? Yes. Spend 2 minutes saying, man, I'm in the area. I'm a local search optimizer. I saw that you're struggling a little bit online. You're on the second page of Google, and I really want to help you. I want to provide value and really help you out in this industry. Hand the flyer. Do you know there's over 700 and some odd people looking for your practice every month? How many are they calling you? And say, I noticed some issues with your website. What I want to do is schedule a 1-hour free consultation at your location to discuss it. Now, how many people are going to say yes for that?
1 out of 10.
100% of the people I talked to said yes. How many times are they getting called on the phone? How many emails are they getting? How many people have walked in there and shook their hands and said, I'm here to help you? Nobody. That's your differentiating factor. Now, you may not have 100%. I got lucky. I see that now. I was doing it at a time where I was breaking in when everybody else was breaking in. But 5 out of 10. So I would go onto the store, grab my list. Who do I need to go to? Spend the 5 minutes going through A, B, okay. No reviews, no claim listing. And I would stop in. It would take me 5 minutes per location. Now, I had a day set up, I was pretty much available at that time for any appointment. So, am I available? Let me check my schedule. Did you say 2 o'clock? 2:30, I'm available. And I would do that. And it's really, really quickly to do on doing that. That is one. It's marketing. It's just getting out there. And now we're internet marketing. We sit behind a computer. We don't feel like we should be face-to-face. If you want to succeed, get out there face-to-face. People want people. Why are you here? You want to learn. You want to interact with people. You don't want to just sit behind a computer. If you go into a business and do that, I was selling at that point, I wasn't even selling work. I was selling competitive analysis and keyword research. And I was selling it for $795. And once you do one competitive analysis in a market, pretty much just copy and paste. And I was selling them because I would walk in there and say, for me to fully understand your market, I need to understand your keywords and the competitive analysis. Now, today, I'd probably do a site audit and competitive analysis. I probably wouldn't do keyword research.
Why?
Most people know their keywords now. But they bought it, And then, because I started out not doing it that way, and I realized I was spending multiple hours trying to figure out what to pitch them as a product. So I was like, screw this, pay me first. And then I switched over to the model of them paying me up front. So after my whole pitch at the end of the 1 hour was like, well, now that we've talked about, I know what you want. I need to understand your market. I need to understand what we need to do in your market to do this. I need to spend some time. And they were willing to write out a check at that point in time for me to go do that. I very rarely walked out with less than $400. So, the $400 to $800 range is probably the price point. Now, if it's a bigger market, you can go a lot higher than that. I know some bankruptcy attorneys in big cities that are paying $80,000 a month. But that's you're doing a full-on video strategy, email marketing, pay-per-click. I mean, you're a full marketing company at that point in time. This is one way to do it. If you're willing to do this, if you did 5 a day, you're probably going to set up 2 or 3 1-hour appointments every day, and probably walking away with 2, 3 clients. At least 5 clients a week. You'll be so busy you won't know what to do. And plumbers, all this. Start out with the people you know, makes it easier. But just go through this. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is phenomenal. Right now, they will check up on you. Website, not so much. Our website is not that grand and glorious. It's sad. But our LinkedIn is. It's funny because I'll see people ping my LinkedIn 5 minutes before a call with clients. It's quite interesting to watch. I'll have a new client call, and 5 minutes before I get a notification, someone just viewed your LinkedIn profile. Because I'm doing the same thing. Okay, what does he look like? What was his name? Who am I calling again? And it's that way. So that is one model. Now, if you want to jumpstart this even further, this is the second model. This is basically a local one-to-one attack. I talked about one-to-many. Don't skip this step. I'm just showing you another way to do it. You still have to get in front of them. So people will buy you. People will never buy your product without buying you as a company. It's just the way it is. The only reason why you're here is you bought us before you bought the product. Now, the second one is still local, but it's a service club model. This is the one I'm doing for coaching. Where do all of the business leaders in your town hang out?
What's the last word?
Attack. Where?
Golf, of course.
Golf.
Nice restaurants.
Now think about the charity side of it. The people that are involved in the charities, first off, where is that charity driving force coming out of? And where are they hanging out? It's an old school model that's been around for 100 years. It's service clubs. It's Rotary. It's Kiwanis. It's Lions. Chambers is the other side that I'll get to. If you want to meet all of the old money in a town, go to Kiwanis, Lions, or Rotary. There's apps for Rotary that'll show you. Let me just do this. I'll do it right now. How many Rotary clubs do you think are around me right here? I'm going to do a 40-mile radius. How many Rotary clubs do you think are around me? All right, where am I at? 12? 100, 40 miles, search.
Peoria, Glendale. How far out?
They meet every week. Every week. You have a wrap audience of 10, 15, 20 people. These are the money of your town. All of your bank owners, all of your dentists, all of your insurance agents, all of those go to Rotary clubs. Go to Kiwanis. Go to this. That is the movers and shakers go there. Almost all of your nonprofit activity gets run through. They may not be run through the club, but it's members of a club working in something else. It's good.
If I can give just a little bit of advice, because I did marketing as a professional in my professional career entirely, and then some business development, is I worked for a CPA firm for 7 years. CPAs obviously have clients. Even attorneys are jealous of CPAs. So get to know that marketing director at that CPA firm, hook up with them. Also, bankers, of course, have residual clients, and they have the great relationships as well. So if you can get with those people are key because they're the top of the food chain, and you can get a lot from them, even if you get one or two.
And they're not the most wealthiest always. Some of the movers and shakers in your towns are not the wealthy people; it's the connected people.
The mavens. If you've read Malcolm Gladwell's book, then you'll know mavens are the people that connect.
Yeah.
And so those connectors are the people you want to find. You can spot them because they're the likable. They're the ones that, just have those relationships. And if you can get with those folks, that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, like what you're talking about.
Yep. So you want to build a spreadsheet again. I had someone else do this for me. I was privileged enough to do that. But they built a list of all the Kiwanis, Lions, Rotary. There's another club, which I actually forget what it was. And I did all church pastors because what I'm in, that's the niche also I'm going into. Probably 400 contacts within 30 minutes of my office. I'm in a small town. I'm not in a big city. I'm outside of Indianapolis far enough. I'm not going into Indianapolis. This is just around me. I have every email. I have every Facebook page. I have every LinkedIn profile, phone number, address. And what you want is the email. The model that I've seen work really well is you send them an email stating that my marketing strategy, I go into these companies and provide a free 30-minute discussion or topic on X. So you're basically going to say I'd like to come in and speak to your Rotary Club. As a part of my marketing, I like to go out and meet new people, and it's going to be free. I either speak on Google Local or maximizing your business in Google Local, or I do social media in a connecting society, or whatever those two topics are. Give them two choices and send out this email to the clubs. Most likely, you're going to get about 30 to 35% appointment schedule. So if you send out 100, you're going to get 35 opportunities to go in front of somebody and speak. Because they're looking for speakers. Every week they're doing these meetings. It's hard to get speakers, 50-some weeks a year. And then that becomes that model. From that, you pitch your 1 free hour consultation at their location. Just say, for allowing me to come here, I'm offering everybody in this room as a gift. It's a gift. A free 1 hour consultation at your location. You want to be in their environment. You want them to come to your environment. They don't care about you, they care about them. You want them to sit behind their computer, type in things, and you want them to see the problems on their computer. You're just there to help. I'm just here to help. Just tell me what's going on, talk about your website, let them tell you everything before you pitch anything. I'll help them for an hour, and afterwards I go, what do I owe you? No, this is free. What do I need to do next? And at that point, it's wide open, charge money. So this is the Service Club model. I pitch this now where I go into masterminds. You want to be part of a free mastermind in our community? Every Thursday night we're going to have a free mastermind, and it's like a 4-week mastermind where they come in, and then I pitch them to one-on-one coaching, which is $1,000 a month. But so there's multiple ways to use this for different industries. And yes, you can charge a lot of money. The other one is the chamber. Chamber is a unique strategy for internet marketing. It's harder to break in with a chamber because they have their own events. First off, become a chamber member. Get the person that schedules the events. You want to really connect with them because they know all the businesses. You can send out flyers in the mailers. It costs you $100, $175 a month. Send them out to all businesses in your area. Phoenix, maybe a little bit more than that. But for $100, $175, I can get a flyer in every business's mailbox that's a Muncie Chamber member. I've seen some return on that. It goes back and forth. I don't know if it's totally worth it or not, but you can do that. The other side is when they have their breakfasts or meetings, stuff like that, you can go and speak. Most chambers have a 60-second rule that if you pay $5, you can get up on stage and talk for a minute. The only reason you want up there is to say, just here to say that any business that's struggling online and you're struggling and don't know what to do, I'm offering a free 1 hour consultation. I'll be at the back of the room with business cards. Stop by anytime, valid. Just trying to get your name out there, and then obviously networking in these events also. One other things that I've done is I've sponsored dinners. For $50, I could get a display where I got 3 minutes of talking. And what I would do at that point, we have certain tools that we have that we can rate people's websites locally, and I would pick the guy that was doing the main presentation, and I would pick his website. Just as a free offer today, I ran, and he's the biggest mover and shaker in town, his website through here, and he scored a D. I just bring it up, and I talked to him beforehand, and he's like, oh, absolutely, I want to know. You can get the exact same offer today. You can get a free report on this. There's tools out there. I asked Fabiana myself what tool to use. And it's just grades their website, what they need to do. And they're going, I got a D? And everybody's like, what? He's the best guy in Muncie. How'd they get a D? And then I'm there. And it was only cost me like $75, $75 to do that. A lot of things you can do in chamber. Now, personally, for coaching in that side of it, I'm going in offering free lunch and learns. I'm working with them right now to set the schedule where I'm going to hopefully nail this down when I get back there, do 6 free months of lunch and learns where the chamber hosts it. So the chamber brings in businesses and I do the presentation, and then from that point I offer paid services. But I'm offering a value to the chamber because the chamber will market you. If you get a part of their training staff, they will market you for free. It's hard to do that in internet marketing because there's so many people out there. But if you have a unique proposition like a female marketer going into and pushing stuff like that, if you're a minority, think of unique ways that you can do this. To do this, as me, I'm pretty much Al Normal. I'm Bob. Not really, but so the chamber model can work really, really well. The other is this: you get a list of all the chamber members. You can order all their addresses. You can order all emails. You can do email blasts like this. There's different ways in here. Be careful with this; it is expensive. if you don't pay attention. I would much rather use these two because it's all free. There's no cost here at all except the printer.
I have just another suggestion that's kind of interesting. If you have a friend that you do network with, have them invite a friend, and you invite a friend to lunch, and you all four meet and just talk, and that gives you a captive audience for a few minutes, and they can get to know you a little bit more.
It's not about scale. It's not about getting 100 people in a room. It's about getting 2, about getting 3. And if you can piggyback on top of this side of it, where you're like this is service clubs are been out there for 100 years. You have the opportunity to go in there. You don't have to be a paid member. You don't have to be anything. You're just in there to provide value and do this. And it's pretty much done. Because one of my sales reps actually is on the chamber board in where he's at. So going back to what you were saying, if you can't sell services, sell reps. These movers and shakers that she was talking about, say, oh, by the way, if you refer any business to me, you'll get a 15 or 20% commission. And they're going, well, really? Yeah, absolutely. All you have to do is hand it off. I may use you. I may say, well, I may use you in the conversation and bring you in at some point to talk to the client, things like that. But build this. I'm building my entire model on sales reps model. I want this. I think there's 7 or 8 reps I have right now that are doing business. We're talking with the company Tuesday. The reason why I have to come back up here is they already have 700 reps and they're going to have 3,000 in 90 days, and we're going to piggyback on top of their sales reps. They're going to sell our services. Figure out ways to leverage things. I'm not creating any system here. I don't want to create. I don't have time to create a system. This is here. I just got to for an hour. So you do 3 a week for 3 hours a week. You're now in front of 35, 40 people that are looking at you as the authority. Here, as many as you can do. On the way to a service club, stop in and hand out 5 flyers. You want to you have to be the only way you'll close business is sit in front of them with a free consultation and talk, and just have them talk to you, because that's the touch missing. The only way I'm closing business right now is my sales reps are doing this out here for me. They're making the contacts. I have no idea we're going to sign a client until I see the contract pass my desk. Oh, by the way, we just signed this. I'm like, oh, who are they? Okay, there they are. Now I start figuring out. Now we have our kickoff calls and stuff like that. I make my acquaintance. But before it was all me. Before I was the one that was out there. They were buying me, then they're buying my products. Now they're buying my sales rep and buying me. So that's the scalability of this. Any questions? Any thoughts?
You're doing this in Indiana? You have
Personally.
somebody in Phoenix?
Fabiana's in Tucson. We have a guy. I don't have a guy right in Phoenix now. Talk to Fabiana about it. We have 2 versions. We have white label and sales reps. White label is you handle all the client and we fulfill on the back end. And the other side is sales reps. You kick it off and pitch it to us, and we close the deal and we handle the client. Just different percentages. The less client communication we have, the more percentage you make.
So you don't have anybody in Phoenix right now?
Not right downtown. I do, but not people that are. How many businesses are in Phoenix? I could probably have 100 sales reps in Phoenix, and they still would never cross paths. Don't be afraid of that. I mean, your circle of influence is totally different than everybody else's. I target marketing firms. I want to target marketing firms that have 100 clients already that can sell my services as an additional product, because they win, because now they have more money of the pot to get, because now they're just doing email marketing or print media. They have 100 clients that they're doing print media for. Now they can offer SEO and website design. It just opened up their possibility of money by 5 times. So they're just going crazy. Like, wow, I'm so glad someone. That's what was it WSI? Is that what it is? It's doing basically. They're the same models that way. Like I said, 30 days. If you hit the pavement, I'm telling you, you can get 10K.
There's the big players in Phoenix.
Oh, Doc, there's.
There's a bunch.
One of the meetings we have is in
There's a lot.
Tempe, and it's one of the biggest video marketing companies. Well, they were rated the #1 video marketing company in the Southwest just a month or 2 ago.
And it's a networking town, so it's like, it's hard to get those speaking engagements because everybody and their mother is doing it.
I doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised you can get them right away. No one, not this. Now, if it's the Sempos or the Azimas
Yeah,
or
of
things
course,
like that,
of course.
But these old school clubs, try it. Try it.
Chamber, I finally got a speaking engagement, but it's taken me 9 months to get that.
Yeah, and chamber, it's hard to get that to convert well because they're not there for you. They're there for the chamber. Where here, you're coming as a special speaker. You have a rap audience. To make the service club to the next step, you need something free to pass out. This is where if you have a free 15, 20-page book or something like that, that's really taking that next level. You don't want to educate without resources. Anytime you speak, you should have resources to give to them because 6 months down the road, they're going to look at their desk and clean their desk and go, what's this? Oh, yeah, I wanted to follow up on that. And they're going to call you. You know, so that's the second hook. But don't worry about it to start. Just go.